Because if as a former basketball player, I can say, man, I really would still like to play professional, but nobody's going to take a 40-something-year-old player now. And, I don't move like I used to. I don't jump like I used to. Like, I can go down that path. I can go all the way down that path. What's up? How you doing? Welcome back to A Moment of Clarity with yours truly, Aaron Thomason. Got my first question. You like it? You share it? Are you giving this away? And did you bring somebody with you? All right. So let's talk about this real quick. We've been talking about gaining some clarity over the last few kind of videos, but I want to dive into the next question. The next question you got to answer, because the first question you remember is, who are you? The next question you got to answer is, where are you? Yeah, you have to answer that question because different phases of your life causes for different rules, right? When I was younger, I could be a little bit more free because I was in my parents' house. Now, it was as much freedom as they gave me, let me be clear. But I wasn't adulting, right? So there's a different level of responsibility when you're adulting. As the scriptures teach, when you get old, when you became a man or become older, you put away what? Childish things, right? So where are you at this moment in your life? What are you thinking about or you aspiring to do in the next 6 to 12 months? Like, that's a very, very key point that I want to make sure that we get focused on is, where are we? Where are we? Again, like the GPS gives us our location and lets us understand where we currently are. And so maybe you're saying, hey, I've been laid off. The pandemic has been tough. Okay, that's a reality. And nobody's going to refute that. Hey, maybe I just got out of a divorce, bad relationship. That is something that is a reality. So it may be skewing what you see moving forward when it comes to the next 6 to 12 months of your goals. Maybe you're in a space where you just got married, or you just had kids, or you just graduated from college, right? Those moments in life causes for different rules. So the first thing I want you to work through is I want you to think through and ask yourself this question. What is the advantage of the moment that I'm currently in? What's the advantage? Yeah. See, some people reminisce so much on what they used to have that they don't pay attention to what they currently have. So the question is, what's the advantage of right now? Is it the fact that you got more wisdom and insight that you used to? Is it the fact that maybe your parents or your roommates are on your head a little bit, but you don't have to shoulder the financial burdens alone? Oh, maybe it's the fact that you actually now have freedom to actually be able to explore and do some things differently, right? What are the advantages of your right now moment? Because in this moment, if you take advantage of it and you steward it, you have an opportunity to propel yourself effectively, wholly, and fully into your future, into your next 6 to 12 months. But you got to be able to look around and see the possibilities and the advantage instead of the disadvantage. Because if as a former basketball player, I can say, man, I really would still like to play professional, but nobody's going to take a 40-something-year-old player now. And, I don't move like I used to. I don't jump like I used to. Like, I can go down that path. I can go all the way down that path. Or I can sit back and say, I love the game. The one thing I love about the game now is that actually I don't have to put my body through all that stress. I get a chance to observe it. If I want to take on some training clients, I get a chance to impart to them my insight and understanding of the game and watch them excel. And part of us not being able to understand the advantage of the moment is because our pride is in the way. Our pride is in the way because we want it to play out a certain way as opposed to taking advantage of the rules that's in front of us right now. Yeah. Something, maybe all your kids have left the house and you look like all those years that you invested in them and you're like, what am I to do now? Guess what? You got freedom to explore. That's an advantage. Or some of your friends that may have kids still in the house don't necessarily have that advantage because they got what? Rules. They got people that are accountable to them. They got things that they have to do for the kids, where you have now put in your time, planted all those seeds, and now you're free to explore. Maybe you're in a space where you would have loved to be making more money, right? And because you would love to be making more money, you see all the things that you can't do. But right now, that's fresh fuel. And I want you to get that. That's fresh fuel. Because to be frustrated about your current moment allows for you to then plan for your next one. Right? So every place that we're in, depending on how you want to look at it from perspective, it gives you, no matter how you look at it through the right perspective, you'll see the advantage. And when you see the advantage, then you can then think through solutions, tangible and tactical steps that you can take forward to leverage and take advantage of where you currently are. Because your goals aren't going away. No matter how much you try to push them out, another 6 months, another 12 months, another year, you still got these in your head. You still got them in your heart. You can't let them go. So why not, instead of just pushing them off and saying, now isn't the right time, what can I do in this moment that's an advantage to me to be able to go get this done? Because I promise you, if you've been thinking about it this long, it ain't going away. You're not going to stop thinking about it. You're still going to be thinking through it. I know somebody, and I'll close with this. I know somebody recently who, actually my god sister, and she decided that she wanted to get into real estate, but she was working another job, and the job had an opportunity to either do days or midnights, right? And so she decided to do midnights. Why? Because she knew it was a slower shift. She could actually look at some other things, study for some tests, look at the advantages. So steward where she was in the moment, though it was a midnight shift, and still being thankful for what she currently had, but also leveraging the advantages of that midnight shift to propel her into her future. See, that's somebody who's looking for solutions and looking for advantages and not excuses and disappointments. And let me be clear, some of the excuses are reasons. Some of the disappointments are real. But if you only look at what you don't have, you'll miss what's right in front of you that can take you from where you are to ultimately where you want to be. Listen, good people, I appreciate you as always. Thank you so much for stopping by. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to like it, share it, give it away. Somebody that you know. I know there's somebody that you know out there that is kind of taking too long, and they're making excuses and don't see the advantages of the current moment that they're in because they want it to be different, as opposed to seeing it for what it is. Send this video to them. Let me do the work for you. And I want you to put in the comments and say, Aaron, I'm having a hard time seeing this thing through a different lens because maybe I'm too close to it. Put your, slide into my DMs, hit me in the comments. Get your contact information. I would love to talk to you and see if I can help you gain some clarity to breed the confidence you need to move forward. All right? So listen, we're in this together. And the only way we're going to get through this is if we stick together. So until next time, I'll see you then.